record, man, on my first album called Super Sperm, right? And Super Sperm actually became a classic. And, you know, I give credit to New York for breaking that from the bottom. Super Sperm was considered one of the break songs. In other words, if a DJ was like looking for a breakdown, man, I mean, that was one of the ones that they were going to reach for in their crate, right? So the record was like extremely popular.
This is the season to get on down. The reason is pleasing. I'm Super Sperm. That's the old school to me. That's what I'm saying. I remember going places and motherfuckers.
Let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you wanna do. Can't let nobody take it.
For my Super Sperm. Check it, I give it.
98 Oldsmobile is my 98 Oldsmobile soul.
Hide the pride, Super Rut feel proud. It's
Falling in love, but I'm falling for you. When I get jumped.
I'm gonna tell you something about Salt-N-Pepa, man. I really respect Salt-N-Pepa because Shoot, the record Shoot, right? Before Shoot even came out, you know, I received a letter from them, and I received a copy of it, and I received, in the letter, it said what they were offering me for what they used, man. And I pretty much, you know, I could have held out for more, but, you know, I respected the way they handled that, man. You know, I didn't have to find them, so to speak. I didn't have to knock on the door or have my attorneys, you know, they came like that, and I have the utmost respect for that. Super Sperm was just a track. It was just, you know, it was music. So I'm on the plane, man, flying from Chicago to LA. And between Chicago and LA, I wrote the lyrics to Super Sperm. And I went directly to the studio that day and sung it. The same day that I wrote the lyrics. And to tell you the truth, man, it was one of those songs, okay, let me just put something together. Do you want to do it? You know, I just, if you do, let's get into it. You know, so I'm writing this stuff down. And I went in the studio, I said, okay, I'm going to drop this. And, man, the last idea that just came off the top of my head ended up being that one that busted out of the underground. So you never know, man.
just get on down and hit me. That bonda's getting so funky and hit me. Yeah.
Bombada basically just, you know, again, like a lot of other people, man, you know, they saw that break in there, and they saw that there was a groove in there. There's a drummer, Ed Ghoster, man, loved that brother to death. He's from Chicago, and the percussion was very strong and heavy. Brother OJ and Brother Bebop, you know, they played some stuff, man, that, you know, that worked. And so Bombada, you know, actually, you know, and I listened and I heard pretty much, you know, you can hear your work, man. You know, it's like, you know, if it's a part, if it came from you, you're gonna be able to recognize it. So I didn't really chase that down. You know, I didn't chase that down because actually, quite honestly, it wasn't as blatant as some of the other stuff, man. It was pretty much underlying, and it was in there, and you could hear the influence in there, but it really wasn't worth pursuing to a point and had to try to prove it. But you know, I mean, as you probably saw, it's you know, it's documented, but it's okay, man. And I thank artists such as the Sugar Hill Gang, because in the Sugar Hill Gang Rappers Delight, you know, they mentioned my name and they mentioned the song Super Sperm.
I like fucking Crocker in stereo. I like the bar arcade singing Holy Ghost. The sounds I throw down, they play the most. Just like my man, a Captain Sky, he's named the Earn with the Super Sperm. We rock.
So, you know, it later came to me that, you know, I had to be a part of the foundation of that culture, man, because to be mentioned in the very, very first rap hit, it was a great compliment, man.
You must learn.
Super Sperm. Just like I told you from the start.
Yeah, you know, you must learn. You must learn. He used the entire track. He used my the track from Super Sperm, and he vocal sampled just like I told you, and then you must learn. So when I heard it, I actually, you know, of course, man, it's very humbling. But at the same time, you know, from a business perspective, you know, where are money? So, you know, so it wasn't, you know, no ill feelings, but very, very good attorney friend of mine in Culver City, California. I had him get on the case, man, and you know, he did what he needed to do, and ended up, you know, we ended up getting what we should have gotten.
Oh, yes, there is. This.
Yo, Nas, yo, what the fuck is this bullshit on the radio, son? Chill.
Man, I was just so humbled, man. It was like, man, I began to realize, wow, you know, this is really happening, you know. Even Kendrick Lamar sampled some of my work.
I think I must have forgot or something. Like I ain't hot or something. Like I don't make your girl take off her top or something.
I'm grateful for that, man. You know, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's very humbling. And you know, I've always been a guy that a lot of people would think that, especially with the costumes and everything, that I was a real flamboyant guy, man. But I'm laid back. I'm real down to earth. You know, I'm humbled by that, but it doesn't totally identify me. And but it's a part of me. A part of me that I'm grateful to have experienced, man. Captain Sky character is a character that was created by Daryl Cameron, and on my album cover, I said that I went into the phone booth of my mind and emerged as Captain Sky, which means that artistic expression came from within. I don't need to walk around and be Captain Sky all the time. You know, it's kind of like when it's time to do that, I do that. But the real core of who I am, man, that's just part of my artistic expression.
And as he joins us to do his latest single on the AVI label entitled Wonder Worm, let's welcome a most interesting and talented young man who just flew in from Chicago to be with us, and probably under his own power. Hands together, gang, for Captain Sky.
In the spring of 1978. And wow, took off like a bullet, man, you know, and shortly after that, you know, I was invited to do Soul Train. And that experience was totally awesome, man, because, you know, it was considered the pinnacle, man. You know, if you did Soul Train, you pretty much made it, you know, and what a feeling that was. And a week or so after the broadcast, and promoters were calling from everywhere, man, and I started going on tour shortly after that, so.
You have just tuned in to another episode of Saturday Night Movies, better known as Moving with Ease on Saturday night. Of course, your most honorable master of funk harmonies is none other than...
I went from Princeton Park, then I moved to 99th and Green, and while at 99th and Green, you know, like, that's where I rehearsed all the material to do the Captain Sky project, man, that was funded by my parents, man, who I miss them. They're no longer here with me, but they're here in my heart. You know, here's the way I do, man. You know what? I don't look back too often, man. It's just like when you're in a car, man, and you got the windshield in front of you, a broad windshield, man, and you got this real little rear view mirror, right? So if I spend too much time looking in the rear view mirror and I'm trying to go forward, man, I'm gonna crash, man. So I don't look back like that and say, well, I should have. Well, you know, I kind of just try to keep my eyes focused on the broad view, man, ahead. Just like I told you.
You must learn.